Hello, all highest teas. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. Hope all are safe. So I just want to say really quickly on the things that I've noticed as far as like why things are constantly happening the same or why things are constantly getting worse. And I want to say the number one reason just for me on the outside looking in and what I see in my surroundings, I'm thinking or I'm knowing it is our complicity. Most of us are complicit to what's going on. And hell, if it's not most of us are complicit, most of us are participating in what's going on. So if we don't ignore our problems, we'll participate with our problems. For example, like the ongoing issues, like if you have ongoing issues and deprivations with health, housing, food, the youth, it's kind of like we ignore or we turn the other cheek, become complicit to those problems, which could be ongoing or which could escalate later on down the line, or we participate in those problems by becoming those things that can harm us now or later on down the line, and i.e. destroying the youth. So I'm thinking our number one problem is being complicit, ignoring and participating in the issues that are going on. So right now, I would say the number one issue, I mean, we have a bunch of number one issues, but I'm thinking right now it's the whole immigrant thing, because that could easily be, it could be a cover up, it could be a distraction, and then that could be a spark to a much bigger monster. And we sit back and we say, hey, how do they get this and that? They're getting 3,000, or they're getting housing and all that a month, and they're set, and I'm eating out the garbage can. And it's like, what are we doing about it besides singing and dancing about it? And I'm thinking, if we're really fed up, then we should be standing up and doing something. Now, I think if we're fed up with America, stand up and flip America upside down. But I'm thinking right now, and maybe we're not upset enough. Maybe we need more migrants to come in, and we need more disrespect in order to get the courage and the strength and the gumption or the kick in the ass to just stand up and create your own justice. Because like I say, you can sing and dance with it is nothing new. There's nothing new to be a homeless veteran in America. It's nothing new to be a homeless Negro in America. And it's nothing new to have destructive youth. It's just getting worse right now. It's at the point now where, okay, yes, the brick wall is getting a lot closer than the good old days. Now, don't get me wrong, we've had issues for a long time. This is centuries worth of damage, but I'm thinking now it's like, okay, we've done a lot of, it's like we go hard in the destruction department, and then think after a while, destruction will blow up in the face of everyone, of America, of the world, whatever it is, it's going to eventually blow up in our faces if we don't do something about it. And I would say now, since people are fed up, I would say do a lot less talking. You know, it's good to get the message out there, because I guess maybe some people, they don't know what veterans are going through, or you won't know that, you know, a lot of the people that are on the side of the road deemed homeless or deemed stowaways or throwaways, yeah, you won't know that a lot of those people are veterans or business owners, or just, you know, just your regular old drug addicts. But you just won't know unless you actually speak to them, or unless they actually tell you. So I guess communication is key too, but just not communication alone. And if I'm talking, maybe I'm talking to explain to you why I'm flipping the table, versus that's the only thing that I'm doing is just yelling and kicking. But I need to be actually doing something and going for what it is that I need. And actually, and you could probably attack those programs. What are the programs that are giving these migrants $3,000 a month while you're eating out the garbage cans? What are the programs that are co-signing? Go for the co-signers. Who's co-signing your demise and co-signing their survival and their upliftment? Again, while you eat out the garbage can. So now, did our complicity make it like that, to where it's like, okay, we're complicit with being in the hood, or we're complicit with living in a tent, we're complicit with eating out the garbage can? But then it's like, when did it become like, okay, I'm complicit with my demise, but here comes someone else literally trotting in wearing my robe and pretty much receiving the trinkets that I should be getting for my sorrows. And I'm thinking a lot of that. I think a lot of the smoke and a lot of the turning of the cheek to where the whole world is okay with your demise. I think it's because it has a lot to do with the participating in your own demise as well. And then it has a lot to do with not doing enough. And it's probably not necessarily saying enough, because everything that I'm saying and everything that everyone else is saying, they've been saying it for a while. It's just, I think that's a problem. It's just we're only saying it instead of saying it and raising hell too. It's gonna be one of them things. Well, hell, if I can't have it, no one can. Could probably tear this place up too. I mean, I guess it's gonna be bad either way. But I figure if you're gonna go down, you might as well go down with a bang versus just going down hoping they get something, like, oh, well, I'm going down while waiting for help. It's like, no. I'm thinking, it has to reach a point where enough is enough. It's like, how long are you going to get kicked in the head? Or how long can you get kicked in the head before the brain damage becomes permanent? And it's not like the good old days. Oh, and I'm young, I can just fall and scrape my knee or fall and break my arm and everything's fine the next day. But it's like now you get kicked in the head now and you just may not wake up, because it's constant abuse of centuries to come. And then it's like, so basically for centuries I've been getting kicked in the head, and it's like, okay, you think you got another more century? I can promise you, I'm literally on this position now because it's been centuries of chaos. So it's at the point now I'm willing to end the chaos right now. Not know, oh, okay, well, if we keep it up in about 5 or 6 days or 5 or 6 months, things should be, no. In about 5 or 6 minutes, when I get done flipping the world upside down, and then think, because it's like, I feel like I've suffered enough to where I don't have any more room for any more havoc. I mean, it's like my boiling point has already blew. And then now it's time, so instead of me getting upset or stressed or can't take it anymore, it's time to do something about it. So, and like I say, I do what I can, but if the whole world, or at least of all of America, do what they can, then maybe the world will be a better place. Because like I said, if we really are, or truly are, fed up, then I think it's time to stand up and flip the world or flip America upside down. And they also said, it's rumored too, if when America falls, the whole world will fall, which is, I'm actually very okay with that. I'm okay with the whole world going to hell, in a sense, because it's kind of like, I'm only in one part of the world, so it's kind of like, I can only maybe flip. I mean, I'm not saying I can't change the world, but it'd be nice if the world, helps us out some, because I can't be the only one flipping tables. If the whole world flips tables, then that'll save us a whole lot of time, a whole lot of time, and then therefore we can get things done full circle. But I'm thinking the problem is the complicity, like the people and the things who we need to be going after are just comfortable while you're eating out the garbage cans. You see what I'm saying? I have a better chance of jumping on you, going upside your head, than going after the real problem, and that is the problem. We are too damn complicit, and there's no peaceful way of doing it, because it's like, is it peaceful for you? Is it peaceful for you to be living on the side of the road, eating out the garbage can, and praying for another day on this earth? No, it's not. You don't have peace. The world doesn't have peace. That's why the world is thrown up. We need balance. Yeah, so that's what I've noticed, the complicity, And then people will sit back and they'll participate in their own demise, and then have the nerve to say, oh, I don't, or don't want to say anything. And it's like, that's going to make you a casualty, because it's like you're participating in your own demise. So, yeah, and then another thing too is like, it's like you can't really afford to be complicit, because like I say, it's reaching the point where it's like, where there's almost a point of no return, because there's too many things working against you, and it's like your health is at risk, the youth are at risk, and then the world is up in the air. You don't know what the hell is going to happen next. it's just looking really crazy. So I'm thinking it's time to say no to the BS, stop participating in your own demise, and start figuring out a way. How can I fix this problem? Even if it's in a panic, how can I fix this problem in this moment? Depending on the issues of the area. But I would say go after the co-signers. Like I say, if I'm co-signing to have it to where you're destined to live on the side of the road eating out the garbage cans, while people who swim here with not an inch of English in their damn throat, and they can live good while I suffer, yeah, I'm going after that whole entire department. All of them. And I would say every government agent, they're all in on it. Especially the police. Because they know who to shoot and they know who to leave alone. They know who to attack. Hell, the whole world knows. The whole world's in on it. But I would just say, excuse me. I would say particularly the government agencies, because it's like they kind of pull the strings. But the people are complicit too. Like I said, the whole world's in on it, on who to attack and who to turn the other cheek, when something happens to people. And like I say, something happens to you, the whole world will be okay with it, and the whole world would agree that, well, maybe you should have paid your rent. Or you should have just kept quiet. It's always what you should have did, or it's always your fault. And then when they do something that's clearly wrong, oh, it had to be mental illness, or they're a great guy, or they're in the church, They get the benefit of the doubt, and you get the short end of the stick, and you get the toe tag and the death sentence, and they get defended. So, like I say, if you're literally on the hit list and on the shopping block, then I'm thinking there's no room for error, and then there's no room to let anything slip through the cracks, or complicity either, because this is about what it's called. Striving to survive. And then sometimes you have to take matters into your own hands. You have to take desperate measures, because this is for survival. This isn't for show. This isn't for appearance or image. And this damn sure isn't to please what people think, because these aren't the good old days. Yeah, but I would say hold the complicity and focus on the co-signers. With the mayors, like I said, that's all government agencies, but whoever, like the mayors, who's ever co-signing, who is okay and who's complicit with my demise while others are elevated on my turf. You see what I'm saying? This is my side of the world. America is my side of the world, even though the whole world is mine, if you ask me. But on this side of the world, like who is complicit and who is participating in my demise while others are elevated and liberated and salvaged. That's what we need to be going after. Be well, be safe.